Hello, Capricorn, my Capricorns and my Cappuccinos. How are you? Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, this is going to be interesting, Capricorn. I want to know what the hell your deal is, man. What's your deal? Although, I'm changing this reading to be the mask you wear. Because that sounds really intriguing too, doesn't it? And these have been pretty interesting. So, we're going to look at the mask you wear. We're going to look at who you really are, the mask that you wear, why do you hide your true self, how this affects your relationships, advice for you, outcome if you follow the advice. And I just, with Sagittarius, switched up the tarot. I'm going to do it with you too. Oh, isn't that funny? I pre-shuffled. We're going to use the Murder of Crows tarot deck. We're going to use the Energy Oracle deck. And we're going to use my karma cards. I'm not using a teeny tiny deck to clarify. I'm layering this reading. So it gets interesting. It's kind of like surface level, a little deeper, and then a little deeper for doing this. So let's get started, Capricorn. It's general, my friends, because it's general. It may or may not resonate. Some parts might resonate a whole lot. Other parts may not at all. If it does resonate and you're drawn to it, there is an extended. The link to the extended is at the top of the description within this video. I don't know what I went to the dentist on Friday, and he's a dentist bite specialist, dude. He moved his bar. I don't know why he moved it. I think he moved it just to screw up my speech, to be honest. So if I'm struggling a little bit or lisping or I don't know what Cindy is saying, that's why. All right, Capricorn. The mask you wear, baby. Mask you wear. Well, the Hierophant. Oh no, who you really are. Sorry. So I have to go in the right order. This is who you really are. You're the Hierophant. Well then, Capricorn. You're the Hierophant. You were the leader. You could be a leader. Oh, too many cards. You're not, that's not the mask. How many masks are you wearing when all that comes out? Okay, we'll do 2 more. The mask you're hiding behind. The 4 of Swords. You're resting, you're sleeping. Maybe you are, but I think there's a lot going on. Why you hide your true self? Oh, the Star. Well, you are healing. What's going on? I was curious. No, you're healed. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, there's like something going on with the collective, man. I swear, all these readings are resonating a similar message, but there's really different layers and depths to each one. But so far, honest to goodness, it's been a bit of a repeat theme. The mask that you are wearing. Like, we could start with Leo, where it was sort of like they healed, but become sort of like a different personality from who they were before they entered some sort of healing cycle or whatever they've been doing with themselves. But they're still kind of wearing the mask of who people used to recognize them of. And I'm telling you, that has been coming through in like similar ways throughout the entire reading section this week. But like, again, the mask you're hiding behind is the 4 of Swords. It's resting and healing. So why? Why are you hiding your true self? You're healed. The Star. I can't make it up. Like, I'm not pushing a narrative, man. How this affects your relationships. 3 of Cups. Aww, all good things come together. Advice for you. The Page of Pentacles. How many hands does he have? What's going on here? Wait a second. He have 3 hands. He has a hand coming out of his crotch. That's really weird. How many are in that cloak? What's going on? Okay, you know, if you know me, if you don't know me, you're about to find out. Like, I read tarot for what the tarot cards mean, and then I know that there are mysteries and clues connected in all the artwork in these cards, and there's certain reasons I pick up certain tarot cards. I have a huge amount of tarot cards. So there's something going on here. There's more There's more than one person behind that cloak. This has something to do with the advice for you. But the Page of Pentacles is kind of like learning as much as you could, really, about something before you sort of proceed forward. You're taking your, that was funny. Did you hear that little blunk? The bird is okay. He flew into the lower part of the window, but he wasn't going very fast. There's more, like you need to learn more about the situation before you proceed forward, right? Like it's glass, you can't go through it. Outcome if you follow this advice. The 10 of Cups, well, we better dig deep because you're going to have some emotional fulfillment, honey, if we get this figured out right here. Oh, the 10 of Swords is at the bottom. Oh, it's being pecked at. Ah, being pecked at. Look at that. It's like he's laying there. His corpse isn't quite, he's not quite dead, but the birds have come to feed off of him. It's kind of like kicking you when you're down, right? That's how I would describe that. Kicking you when you're down. You have a big gaping open wound and you're not quite dead, but the birds come in to feed off of you anyways. That sounds bad. Okay. Who you really are. You have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of leadership qualities. You have a lot of stability. You have, I feel like a deep connection with the universe, with God, with your deeper soul here, the Hierophant. Pretty big, pretty big on some level. This is so curious. Like the mask you hide behind is healing. Yet why are you hiding your true self? Because you're healed. So it's like you don't want to come out. It almost drives me crazy a bit as a reader when I get like, and you know what? I gotta say, it's repeating in the mask that you're hiding behind for almost everybody, but it's different reasons. It's different. It's similar. I want to say why you hide yourself is similar, but different. And then the rest of the reading is completely different. But honest to goodness, I swear like 95% is the answer that I've been receiving so far from you guys is that you're hiding behind healing. So it's telling me you've already healed. And again, we're getting like, this is painful. This is a painful ending. So there's something that you would need to heal from the 10 of Swords. I'm going to keep digging here. And we're going to figure out why this Page of Pentacles has 3 hands. So where's the 4th hand? And what is going on? It's weird. I need to get more answers out of that. Who you really are. You bring balance. You bring balance. You are very balanced, actually. And quite a bit of confidence. Quite a bit of confidence. I think confidence based because, like, you just have a knowing about what is real and what is an illusion. Yeah. And okay, if you have balance with the 3rd chakra and the Hierophant, this is someone who I feel like could be a spiritual leader on some level. And spirituality, I like to say, is just our human experience, our life, every day that we're living. So there's a lot of ways that could show up, how you could be a spiritual leader for others. But you have, because you're showing up with the 3rd chakra, there's quite a bit of confidence here. Now, but you have balance. I feel like this is very gentle looking energy to not bulldoze or walk over people with this energy. If you bulldoze and you walk over people with this energy, and when I said, like, you know, all these really powerful attributes of this, because sometimes I'm hesitant, but I just figure, you know what, if I'm dealing with narcissistic people, they're always going to be narcissistic, because it could trigger a narcissist to say, yeah, I'm all that, and I don't know why people don't know it yet. No, this has balance. This has balance about your confidence and not bulldozing people, like keeping a real humble. There's humble energy to this. Yeah, totally. Like, you know what? I like this. This is like peace, man. This Hierophant is like peace. And I think it's just the light off his cheek, but it looks like to me like he's got like a little like he's got a little cigarette or something. But it's a small cigarette. And it almost looks like something that would be hand rolled. So he's pretty like chill. Like chill, peace, man. Yeah. That's who you are. Okay, let's keep going. The mask that you're hiding behind. Community. There's something you do with the community that's healing. Okay, okay. See, now see how I go into more depths here. And the message will transform a bit as well. It shifts. It shifts to be different enough for each one of you, but yet it's still similar. So there's something that you heal within the community. You use the community as like a shelter for healing. So there's ways this could come up. An example is, let's say you've been through something really, really difficult in your personal life. So in your work life, you kind of bury yourself in there a bit. And by doing that, I want to say it rejuvenates you a bit. It removes you from the element that is harming you or that is really difficult to work through. And then it could be vice versa. You could have a very difficult work life that, you know, people are backstabbing you, kicking you when you're down. You've got to really be careful. And your home life, you know, your home life, or it could be like, oh, that's a weird message. What do you call that? Like a Freemason group or something like that. I don't know why that came in. So maybe it's for somebody. But like, so that's the place where you feel comfortable. You feel safe. You can let your hair down a little bit. You can focus on that. And it helps you heal from this other space. But now, so what's so interesting is, but the star, why are you hiding this? You know, I want to say too, because the star has a lot of value as well. And it also does talk about like healing, but let's move beyond just the word healing. It really is, it's Aquarian energy. So it goes beyond the self and moving that into a more global perspective in terms of healing. But this has something to do with why you're hiding your true self, which is the Hierophant, the third chakra, the angel of balance. I get the feeling that there's something, again, y'all have been working on stuff and you're about to come out either into a big new cycle or you're about to come out with a big new idea. Oh, this dude, man holding a heart. He came out in a completely different spot for Sagittarius. Why you hide your true self? Your heart is healed. You've healed your heart. I'm going to end up having to do a collective reading because there's something like that's very synchronistic about what's going on with the collective right now. You have healed your heart. You're hiding it. How does this affect your relationships? Blossoming abundance. Okay, so yeah, look at this. The Three of Cups and blossoming abundance. Things are about to come together and grow. You know, it's curious, right? Because the mask that you're hiding behind is the community. And there's these three people in this card. And then how this affects your relationships. that looks like the community card, like they've come together. I'm telling you, I feel like you're also healing something in your community. I feel like you go to the community to heal, and I feel like you're healing something in the community. It could be too, like working in the medical field, and you show up to work and you help people get better. But also by doing that, it heals you somehow. Like you feel like you have value. You feel like you've contributed to the world. And then too, how this affects your relationship. So you do. Like people feel better. The relationships that you have are growing in a really healthy and holistic way. Now, advice for you. What are we going to do? Whoa. Oh. Maybe that's not a hand coming out. And the Page of Pentacles and the Door to Romance card for advice to you. Learn what you can about romance. Learn things that you don't know about romance. But it's not really like a moving forward in a big way with romance, because the door is open, right? The door is open. So it has a feeling of approaching a new path for yourself, approaching a new perspective. Okay, maybe that's why I'm just so, I've never looked at this card and seen the three hands, right? He's holding a pentacle. And what is he grabbing there? I can't even tell what that is. Like, I don't even know. A rock. Is he, like, he's got another hand. It's really weird. I think it's about a different perspective. A different perspective. Please don't grope anybody. I don't know why that hand is there. It's really not that message. That is very inappropriate, and I do not condone that, and you'll get in trouble. Yeah. So the door is open. Proceed with caution with the Page of Pentacles as well. I would proceed with caution if someone had this gnarly hand coming out of their crotch area. Outcome if you follow the advice. 10 of Cups and Cornucopia. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Looking very good. The Magician and the Mirror is at the bottom, and that is it, the only one. Balancing two sides here. I'm just hearing that right now. Balancing two sides. Before I go into the other cards, I'm going to look at this a bit. Now, who you are is someone I feel like too is guided, is protected by angels. You do have an insight into things that other people may not. You can see the truth where there is often illusion. And, you know, some of that might be your intuition. Intuition can be so many different things. We call them downloads, but what is a download in reality? How do you understand a download if you don't have a perspective in your own mind about what it could be? So I also like to think that it's your mind putting everything together that it has put in there through all of your senses, in your experiences, and it kind of like the little computer works away at it. So even if you get what a download, a zap of inspiration from the universe, how would you even understand that if you didn't have some sort of basis on it, right? How's your brain going to get that? So very aware of what's going on. Now, what I like about this is that we're talking about his confidence, but look at, it's affecting both the heart chakra and the crown chakra. They're both lit up. Crown is lit up. Your crown is lit up. That's who you are. Now, the heart chakra, though, I mean, this is kind of like the energy where you're going for some sort of exploration. I really feel like you're doing some sort of healing work in the community. And, you know, you don't have to be a doctor or a nurse. You could be the person who shows up at work, and you can just tell when somebody that you work with isn't having a really good day or maybe didn't have a good weekend. And you just kind of know the right things to say, or you know how that person likes their coffee. You go grab them a coffee and you bring it to them, right? Like there's a lot of different ways that this can show up. I also think that the Hierophant is pretty big, but this feels, I don't want to say small. It just feels like a less dynamic energy than the Hierophant. Yet it still has a very important, yeah. It's sort of like, if you think about it, okay, let's just, as an example, the figure or the archetype of Jesus. So the child of God, God himself, however you want to describe that. I mean, that's big, right? I was just trying to get into like this energy of the Hierophant. I'm not saying that that's who you are, so don't get your head all bloated up. Because I used to get emails of that all the time. I'm thinking, like, if you're Jesus and he's Jesus, she's Jesus, hell. And why are you contacting me? Like, shouldn't you be doing bigger things than that? Anyway, well, so this is kind of where that goes, though, right? Like, you know, kind of being the person who would go and wash the feet of others, who would look after those that were down and out. It's humble. It has a level of humble. I think I did mention that. I guess sometimes when I do these readings, I can feel the energy of some people coming in that really are massive egos. I can just feel it. A lot of them are gravitating into the spiritual realm. You have to be careful, because it doesn't matter how you want to label or classify whatever journey or type of environment you want to dip yourself into. God honest truth, every personality is going to come in there. So yeah, I can feel like this is that kind of reading where, you know, you got to be humble with this kind of energy. I think you are showing up that way. I just know that something, anyway. So why you hide your true self? Well, you've healed the heart. You've healed your heart. And I feel like you want to give your heart. You would like to move your heart forward. You'd want to move with this heart chakra. But it does have romantic energy here with man holding a heart, and they're both sitting in alignment and the romantic. So the community, though, isn't the place to do that. That's kind of healing and working on like a slightly bigger level. This is more personal. All right, let's go into this, because your outcome is really good. Emotional fulfillment, wealth, prosperity, health, joy, happiness, cornucopia. Oh, you get two. You get two for who you really are with both oracle decks. You have in Pisces and in the 8th house. Interesting, right? Okay, this is really cool to go with the Hierophant. So there's the Pisces card. Spirituality to ultimately experience. Trusting your psychic knowledge of, resulting from the indecision of or about. This is really like seeing when you couldn't. What did I say? Seeing through the fog. Seeing through the, yeah. Very spiritual. Having a deep trust, you know, and in your psychic knowledge, but yeah, because it's just really telling me what I've already described in you. So, you know, certain things could be playing out, certain people around you could be believing certain things, but you just know that you need to do X, Y, and Z instead of A, B, and C. And you may not have like a factual reason that you can provide for that. You just know. Again, because it could be so much assimilation of information and even processing it and like alchemizing it in your own way, even based on who knows things from way long ago. I'm almost seeing like deeper cell activity in your brain. And then in the 8th house, as a life or death issue, getting and using power, using other people's resources. Well, that's interesting. That's definitely an aspect of the Hierophant. Using other people's resources. Because I think of the Hierophant as also the symbol of like all types of institutions that we create around our world. And that really is like bringing together everybody's resources. Everybody puts in $10 a month and we can have a public library, right? Like that's what that is. So you might even be like, have some sort of position in an institution, getting and using power. Yeah, but I see that balance here. Maybe you didn't always have that balance as a life or death issue. That's interesting. That's really the sense of you going through a lot of death and rebirth. The mask you're hiding behind. In the 7th house. Balance, cooperation, your partners. My gosh, like it's crazy. You have community, right? You bring balance to the community. But I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a fake mask. It's something that you do, but there's a lot more to you than that. Seventh house. I have a little cheat sheet here because I'm learning. Okay. It's contracts. Legalities. Interesting. You know, 7th house, politics, legal, contracts, personal and business, marriage, partners, known enemies. Not everyone in your community can be trusted. I'm hearing you have sleepers in your community too. The way he's sleeping here. Sleepers in the community. You know what I mean? Like people that you're not really sure if they're, they gravitate on this side or that side. I don't know. It just feels like there's some sort of level of politics coming in with this mask that you're, why? Like the mask that you're hiding in this community. Why you hide your true self. In the 2nd house, patiently, what you want, get what you need. There's something about the community that you do healing work in. Not everyone, I don't want to, not everyone can be trusted, or not everyone would toe the line that you want to toe, or would support you in all your endeavors. So why you're hiding your true self is that you do have to be patient about opening up your heart and moving forward. I feel like there's kind of the sense of, you know, right now, like a bit of a sacrifice in terms of, you won't necessarily get what you want right now, but you will get what you need. You will get what you need. And also it connects to the community. I don't know if it's a work community where it could affect, just because it's thinking of like your income, your possessions with the 2nd house. Why you hide your true self has something to do with your income, possessions, your value, money. You know, this could too. I mean, this could even be, the community could even be your family, and you could have romantic feelings towards someone that, like, maybe your family is like, no, you have to marry someone of our religion, or you have to marry someone, or you can only date people that are of a certain socioeconomic status, or, you know, like there's so many things that could, because it's almost like you need to bide your time a little bit here with how you want to personally move your heart forward. How this affects your relationships. In Aries, energies to meet the challenge of your desires regarding, resulting from the honesty and strength of. I kind of feel like people look to you. People look to you in terms of how to produce results, being honest and strong, bringing in a certain type of energy to help everyone meet a challenge. I think it also affects, like, I think how everything plays out for you in your own life, I think that you end up carrying this energy, being the one that ends up needing to be honest and strong. Sleepers in your community, sleepers. Right? Like, I think the term sleepers, to me, isn't that sort of like an undercover agent that nobody else knows about? It could be an agent who's working for the same spy agency as you, but nobody, like, it's like put in there. There's no right. I really doubt that I have like people watching from CSIS or the FBI or, but it just has that sense. Yeah. I don't know why you don't know what, you know what? I know why you don't know who you can and cannot trust 100%, because you don't know everybody completely. Advice for you. The South Node. There will not be anxiety about trouble. Oh, I kind of like the way that worded. There will not be anxiety about trouble is the advice for you. So don't get anxious over potential trouble. Just chill, man. There will not be anxiety about trouble. The South Node. And I want to say, normally these cards never really appear as upright because you can read them. They have different messages. So I take them based on the message here. Now, South Node to me is kind of like your past. It almost feels a bit like holding you back. I feel like you are holding back a little bit in regards to perhaps your heart and moving forward with that. Now, your heart's desire, however that can come out for you. This card almost feels like reversed because of the dragon. Like he's upside down. If I do this, now that card looks more upright. Yeah. Right? Remember, reconsider, now is not the time for when I see that and that. But that's not what you got. So, but because you have what I would call the South Node in kind of a slightly reversed position, it's almost like you're leaving that behind. You're preparing to leave that behind. So you will not take with you anxiety about past trouble either. Don't take that with you. Move forward in a very unique way of looking at things towards open possibilities for your heart. That's your advice. Outcome. Follow the advice. Capricorn. In Capricorn, how much more beautiful could that be just for you? The 10 of Cups, cornucopia, and in Capricorn, dedication to achieve, focusing on, resulting from the rules imposed by. Yes, but right, like this is also being the one who understands the rules. These are rules that come from much higher above. These could be karmic rules and lessons that you were playing through and you understand the consequences of. And you're going to succeed. That's really cool. Your outcome is great. I mean, if you don't understand this whole reading, the only thing you need to know is don't worry, don't allow yourself to get anxious or develop any anxiety about any troubles from the past. Literally leave it behind you. Leave it behind you. Step forward in a brand new way with a brand new mindset, the Page of Pentacles, with an open heart. Anticipate space for your heart to grow. And if you do that, you're the bomb, baby. You got the bomb energy coming in. The bottom, Neptune. The idealization of, confusion regarding, sacrifice. Oh, So maybe you are going through a period right now where you are being called to sacrifice upon something, about something. Sacrifice something for yourself, right? You will get what you need right now, but you may not get what you want at this time. Does it feel like people are, perhaps there is an idealization, a romanticization about sacrificing and becoming confused about this? Well, what the point is the sacrifice word? At some point there should be some sort of gain in sacrifice. I don't know, but maybe we don't always see what that is. But you're going to get a gain here. Maybe you just don't see how or where that opening will come from. But I don't think that you may, because, see? And you're showing up with this Hierophant with the Angel of Balance and the third chakra. So typically you can see. But this is something where the path is still kind of unclear. Just don't you worry about past troubles. Don't focus on that. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah. I don't know how you felt about that, Capricorn. It was pretty interesting. It was so fascinating how everybody is hiding some sort of healing that they're doing or that they've completed. Or yeah, you guys, you're sneaky little monkeys. So I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I am working with Oracle and Tarot decks. I'm going to ask 3 main questions. How to improve your relationships. The first, what would your deeper self tell you about the mask that you wear? And then how to release your true potential. So I'm going to do that for you, Cappuccinos. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.